Hi everyone, and welcome to Power Plays. I'm Harry, and today I'm going to be giving you my honest review on 2 Point Museum. Now, I'm at about 50 hours in this game, so I think I'm pretty qualified to say what is good, what is, perhaps could be better about this game. So let's get straight into it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, keep liking the videos, and comment down below. What's your opinions on 2 Point Museum? How's it compared to Campus and Museum? And make sure you check out that link in the description so you can see all my playlists. So, 2 Point Museum. I'm just going to get straight out there and say, I love it. I think it is absolutely fantastic. I think it's a big step up on 2 Point Campus. And I'm going to get into why. So, number one, one of my favourite things about 2 Point Museum is the amount you can customise, the amount you can decorate. You've got custom wallpapers, custom floor tiles, you can get part walls, you can start, cordoning things off, creating like a nice little, I probably now need to get rid of that, but creating a nice little walkway there. You do all sorts, you do half. There's probably not as many windows as I'd like. You got staff-only doors, so you can see over here. I've got a nice little staff-only door, so guests aren't going to go through here. So because this is like my admin part of the museum, you've got so many lovely, lovely, lovely options. Look at all these wallpapers, and there's so much more I haven't unlocked with my kudos. And you can see you get loads of kudos, so don't worry about unlocking things, but you can decorate to your heart's content, and in decorating you increase your kind of buzz amount, you increase your guest happiness, you increase your museum rating. So decorating is actually really good on this game, and it actually benefits you to the overall goals. Now, in hospital you could decorate, in museum you could decorate. Oh, do not sell the whole building. You could decorate, but it didn't kind of push you towards the goals of your game, especially in hospitals, right? You could decorate loads, but quite often it was actually counterintuitive to your game. So I love the fact that here you can decorate loads and it actually benefits you. It's probably my number one thing that I like. Number two, the new mechanics. I love all the new mechanics. I love buzz. I love knowledge. I like the little expedition kind of mini hub, and kind of like little loot boxes. You can see there I've got an addition to my I finally got pristine on it. Got everything all the different additions. I like it. I really like these mechanics. They're good fun. It kind of gives you bits and pieces to do whilst you're kind of building up the rest of your museum. You can go over here, and it's all got different challenges. Oh, okay, someone's going to be MIA, so let's make sure that I'm doing the right person to tackle that. Oh, but now no one's high enough level, so I've got to try and see, okay, have I got anyone who's a high enough level that can sort it all out. It is fantastic. And I think it really helps kind of break the game up, because now I've done that, send them off, wait for them to go, I can get back to designing. I can get back, oh okay, I need to upgrade this, I can get back to doing that, and it just makes the game all that more enjoyable. So yeah, a big fan of the decorations, and then a big fan of all the new mechanics, like these thieves, all the different mechanics that kind of make the game feel like there's always something to do. And that's kind of my next main positive, is that there is always something to do. You can always be adding, you can always be changing things slightly, add a tour here or there, get some more decoration going. And because you're always, I'm kind of bleeding into my other point, because all the museums are linked, you're constantly changing things. So, for example, I've got prehistory here, I've got botany out here, but maybe I want to start adding some space stuff. So let me advertise, let me add space, marine life, supernatural, science. Because why don't I make this into a proper science museum? We've got dinosaurs, and then we'll have science coming in. And because everything's linked, and there's always stuff for you to add, stuff for you to do, it just makes the game feel like you're constantly moving around, you're constantly getting stuff done, and you're constantly progressing towards those goals. And then the final top thing I really like is I love all the animations. Like, you've even got kids in it now, but like the animations, they're funny. They're really clean. They look really smooth. A lot better than from the hospital days, that's for sure. And it's an improvement from Campus. You've obviously still got all the different funny people. We've got our goths as well. We've got our clowns. There we go. And there's all sorts. Lots of different styles, lots of different animations that they're all doing. And the announcers genuinely sometimes that I find myself playing, and I'll just laugh at what they're saying because some of the things are just genuinely hilarious. And you've got so many different exhibits, different types of exhibits. And I'm just demonstrating a few here. Obviously, there are so many different themes, and it just adds to everything being interesting. Oh, and here we get a clown. See, it's just fantastic, and I'm a massive fan of that. I think 2 Point Studios, they've done a fantastic job, and they've really built on Campus and taken some of the things away from Campus which can slow the game down and kind of make it not as fun. Campus was great, but being locked into the school year always felt like a bit of a drag for me, but I really like kind of the pace that you can go at here. You can kind of go at your own pace, you can move things on and progress things on exactly when you want, exactly like in Hospital. I feel like they've really taken that feedback on, and they've really put it in here. So overall, yes, fantastic game. Now on to the bits that, maybe I think could be improved upon. And, don't get me wrong, I'm still 100% yes, get this game. It is fantastic. But something which I just wish was a bit better is I wish it was more difficult. I think the difficulty rating has been severely nerfed. Hospital, could be quite difficult at times. Oh, there's a mono beast. Could be quite difficult at times. An exploding one. I thought Campus was a bit easier, nowhere near as difficult and as complex as Hospital. I feel like Museum, it has got that complexity level, but it's quite easy. Like none of the stars, I've been sat here scratching my head thinking, I can't do this. I'm really struggling. Most of the time, most of the time, I need to figure out what I do with this. I'll figure that out later. But most of the time, I've already made significant progress to reaching the star before I actually get there. So like here, for example, I've actually just got to this bit, right? And I've already ticked off most of the items. And I'm finding that every time I'm moving on to the next set of objectives, I'm almost there. So I feel like the difficulty rating could be bumped up a bit. I think it's quite easy to make money and to have essentially a healthy bank balance. You get some what they call sponsors. You can see that this month, I'm going to get an extra couple of hundred, and all right, we're on the 5th. So by the end, let me speed things up. By the end of that, we're probably going to have quite a significant bonus from that. You can see people are coming to view and look, an extra 264, extra 264, extra 264. So what? Now we're at an extra $2,000 this month just from that. And then I've got one over here as well, and that gets an extra bonus. So I just think the difficulty could do with bumping up a notch. A lot of the challenges, once I've got all the items unlocked for it, it's relatively easy to get gold first time. Yeah, this game's great. It's great for design. It's great for always having something to do. But if you want that hard challenge that Two Point Hospital can have, then you're not going to get it here. But I do think the fact that you're always doing something, you're always moving on to the next thing, it does kind of fill that gap. The next thing is, and it's not an issue for me per se, but just look at all that coming in. This is exactly what I mean. Look, I'm on the 10th, and I've already got $3,000 extra coming. And if I just go, I'm just decline that for now, $8,000 monthly profit. And I'm just letting the game run. I'm not even doing anything or trying to actively work on it. So, something which could be an issue to some people, but not for me. So if I click escape here, you can't restart a museum. Because all of them are connected. Say, you think, I can't get my museum rating up. It's not going well. Let's just restart the whole thing. Oh, well, you can't do that. That just can't happen. I'm sorry. So I think it might irk a few people that is the case. It's not an issue for me because I don't tend to want to restart. If I'm really struggling, I'll end up just pausing, redesigning, and then kind of moving on to the next step. But I understand that for some people it might be quite frustrating that you can't restart the whole game. Or sorry, you can restart the whole game, but you can't restart a single museum. But instead, you've got to restart the whole game. I understand that could be quite frustrating to some people. Next is Sandbox. Sandbox isn't really a sandbox, we'll say. You can't just jump into a museum and kind of have everything, build exactly what you want, kind of like you would in campus and hospital. It is very different to what it is now. So it's just something to keep in mind. In Sandbox, you're still going to have objectives, which is very similar to career mode. Might not be an issue to some people, but some people like Sandbox in its true form in terms of your ability to just jump in and do anything you want. And that's maybe not quite the same here. There are some, and this I'm probably just niggling, is there are some grindy bits in this, especially when you're trying to get knowledge up, and when you've got to rely on RNG a bit for that, you can end up just sat here just going expedition. Can be a bit of a bummer, but I'm really picking there. Overall, I think this is a fantastic game. I think it's complex enough that it keeps you interested. I think that there's lots of things for you to do, to design, to have fun at. You've got some fantastic animations, some fantastic stuff going on. You've obviously got to sort out donations, you've got tour guides, you've got security, you've got expeditions, you've got entertainment. You've essentially got your training, your analysis rooms, your workshop. There's loads for you to do. And on top of that, managing your finances, just tweaking them to get all the prices exactly what you want them to be. Okay, maybe I just want to just slide those prices down a bit more so they feel a bit more value. There's so much to keep you entertained. If you're a fan of campus, if you're a fan of hospital, you are going to like museum. And if you're on the fence, then look how pretty that is, and tell me that you don't want that giant thing in your museum, because I've got to find a place to put it, but I definitely do. I'll place that later. But yeah, if you're on the fence, I would definitely recommend taking the plunge. If you like management simulation games, if you like the design aspect of management simulation games, and being able to run a successful museum with lots of cool exhibitions, lots of cool things, lots of cool themes. Because I mean, you know, you've got your dinosaur theme, you've got your supernatural theme where you're getting ghosts, you've got your space theme, you've got pop-up challenges, you've got aquarium, you've got science. What's not to love? There's lots to keep you busy in 2 Point Museum. Lots to keep you entertained. I definitely recommend you go out and get it. But if you're looking for, you know, a really hard challenge on management simulations, then this probably isn't what you're looking for. So just keep that in mind. I love a challenge, but I'm still loving this because it's just keeping me entertained. It's keeping me going, keeping me with loads of stuff to do, all the decorations, all the expeditions. Just, there's a lot of content here. So that's my opinion. I'm pro 2 Point Museum, and I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much for watching. Do make sure you subscribe to the channel. Comment down below, what rating would you give 2 Point Museum? Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next episode. Bye for now.